Jerry Rice is here on the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, Jerry?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Rich?
I'm doing great, except for the fact Deflategate's back, man, and it's just like nobody wants to talk about it. Fans don't want to hear it, But
let's move on, huh?
No, but it involves, one of the all-time greats, another GOAT, in Tom Brady, and he may not play 4 games this year because of it, and it's a year and a half old, Jerry. What do you make of all this? Do you make anything of this?
Really not for me to say, Rich. You know what I'm saying? It's up to the league to make that call. So all I know is Tom Brady, 4 Super Bowl rings and no doubt going to be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be seeing him at the Ninsky luncheon for years to come. I mean, the two of you are going to be sitting there talking about football for forevermore, Jerry.
Yeah. So but everything that he has accomplished and I think of that organization very similar to the 49ers. The way we went about, just winning football games and just pouring our hearts into it and all that. So, we just have to wait and see if he's going to fight this or whatever. But, I think it's time to move on.
Yeah, if only. But I think this thing's going to last for a few more months, and certainly into the month of September if he misses the first 4 games. I've got Jerry Rice here on the Rich Eisen Show. Okay, it's draft week, Jerry. What was draft week like for you?
Very, very stressful because I never thought I was going to get drafted. So, I had that doubt in my head just in case, and didn't throw a big party or anything because if they didn't call my name, I didn't want that disappointment. But there's going to be a lot of lives, changed coming up in a couple of days, and there's going to be a lot of players that's going to get the opportunity to live a dream.
So did you really think you wouldn't get drafted? It was a 12-round draft, Jerry. Do you really thought your name wasn't going to be called at all?
Well, you always, think the opposite just in case, Rich. So, for me, coming from a very small school, I felt I didn't get all the recognition, all the publicity and stuff like that I needed. But, Bill Walsh gave me the opportunity to live a dream. And when you selected in the first round, a lot is expected of you, and I was that 16th player taken.
Right, and when you, on draft day, did Walsh call you? How did you find out that your name was in fact called?
I talked to the genius himself, Bill Walsh. Scared me to death, but I got the call, and I think it was weird because I think with the San Francisco 49ers, and they said I think they traded with the New England Patriots somehow to get down to that 16th spot because I thought I was going to be a Dallas Cowboy, and Dallas had that 17th, spot. But, with that trade with New England, that got San Francisco down to that 16th spot, and they chose me.
So you thought you were going to be a Cowboy?
Yeah, I really did.
Really? What have you ever thought about how different things might have been for you if you were a Dallas Cowboy, Jerry?
No, well, Dallas was my favorite team back then.
Sure.
Roger Staubach, Drew Pearson, Tony Hill, all those guys. I remember as a kid watching them, and I said, wow, what would it be like to wear that star? But, I got drafted by the San Francisco 49ers, and then I was like, oh, my God, Joe Montana running lot, Bill Walsh and Eddie DeBartolo and all that. So, it all changed. Yeah,
I mean, and talk about freaking people out. I think you did a commercial recently where you wore a Cowboy jersey, Jerry. Was that the first time?
No, I don't know what you're talking about, Rich. That's just, come on, that's just television.
Was that the first time you ever...
You know my heart is with San Francisco.
Oh, I know that. No, you freaked a lot of people out when you did that. I've got the GOAT, Jerry Rice, here on the Rich Eisen Show. So what did Walsh say to you when you got the call and you found out you were a 49er? What did he say to you?
He just said that we're going to pick you. And I was like, oh, okay, because I think San Francisco, they had just won the Super Bowl at Stanford Stadium against the Miami Dolphins. And I said, oh, my God. I started thinking about the history and the legacy of the Niners and all that. And I said, wow, how would how can I fit in here? To be honest with you, with all the Hall of Famers that they had, but I was able to come in and contribute to the team.
Was there a time when you realized that you did belong, that this was going to work out for you?
About the third game into regular season, when that Monday night game, when I came out, and I didn't have to think about what I had to do. I just went out and I just reacted, and I just felt, okay, this is something to build off, and now I just have to continue to work hard and keep proving myself.
Jerry Rice, Hall of Famer, here on the Rich Eisen Show, part of Kay Jewelers, which is reminding you to go to Kay.com with Mother's Day coming up to find the perfect gift for Mom, right here on the Rich Eisen Show. So when it comes down to it, with Carson Wentz, a lot of people are saying that, he's a small school guy, and that small school might take some time for him to get up to speed in the National Football League. I'm talking to the ultimate small school guy, make good in the NFL. What do you say to that concept, Jerry?
Some of the guys from the big schools, they have a hard time adjusting too, to the NFL. So, just because you went to a small division school or a small college, doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful in the NFL. The game is a whole different speed. And I think we all have our ups and downs, once you make it to the NFL, because all players are great, and it might be an inch to separate you from the next guy. So, I think he's going to fare pretty well, and I think Philadelphia are probably going to select him.
I think he's going to go number 2 overall, and the question is when does he get to play? And with you, Jerry, connecting with the franchises you did and with Montana as you did, how much was playing in the new arena in the NFL with all those fans and the excitement and the scrutiny? Was that something that you needed to adjust to, or you really just swam?
Well, yeah, it was something I had to adjust to. And when I first came in, they handed me this big playbook, and I had so much I had to try to learn that it took away from my game on the football field. And, because I was dropping football, so I was having adversity, and I fought through that. But my teammates, the thing is, they kept encouraging me. They kept saying, hey, look, just continue to work hard. We can see it during practice. You just got to be able to carry this to the football field on that Sunday or that Monday, and I was able to do that. But, I went through some adversity, but I think it just made me a better football player.
Jerry Rice joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. I had Tim Brown on the show at the Super Bowl in San Francisco, Jerry.
Good guy, man.
He is that. And, he waited a while to get in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He at the time, because there was no announcement yet, did not think Terrell Owens should be a first-ballot Hall of Famer because that you, Jerry Rice, were the last first-ballot Hall of Fame wide receiver, and that you should stay as such.
That Tim, he's something else.
Well, what do you say to that concept?
You know what? It's not left up to me. It's not, it's not my decision. I think it's the committee, and maybe that's the route that they wanted to go, but I'm sure Terrell is going to get into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Well, but Randy Moss is up next. If they took an opinion, though, that you should be the last such player, first ballot Hall of Famer.
I don't know if they did that. I haven't heard anything like that, Rich.
Yeah,
I really don't know.
Do you think Randy Moss is deserving of being first ballot, Jerry?
That's not for me to say, Rich.
Okay. You're just trying. All right, then let's talk about somebody who is going in, and it's Eddie DeBartolo. You got him coming in right now. Give me your favorite Eddie DeBartolo story, Jerry.
Eddie, I think we had played Cincinnati in Cincinnati. It came down to a Hail Mary. Eddie already had left the stadium, headed to the locker room to, just curse the team out. And we were able to win it with a Hail Mary and went inside. So Eddie is ready to chew the team out, and all of a sudden he found out that we won, and he started slapping everybody around. But he was like that 12th man. He was that 12th man, and all he wanted from you was, effort and to win football games and to win championships. And I think we delivered. And it's great that he's, finally going to get into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
All right, tell me about the folks at Kay Jewelers, Jerry. What do you got for me?
Well, I've been with Kay Jewelers for a while now, so it's the #1 jewelry store in America. and it's the official jewelry store for the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and the Ring of Excellence is going to be given to every inductee. And the thing, too, about K Jewelers, they custom design rings, and they did this with the Ring of Excellence. The draft is coming up. That's really big, Rich, and everybody, that's crazy, but Mother's Day is coming up, too,
yes.
and you need to let Mom know, because I remember when I got drafted and I was that 16th player taken in the first round, the first person that I called, it was Mom. and it's the same thing like on Mother's Day. You should let her know that you love her and that you appreciate her, and just go to any K Jewelry store, and you can get something special designed or whatever, custom design. But I think it's very important that you let her know that you love her.
Of course. Mom's number one, Jerry. I appreciate you calling into the show. Please come here in Los Angeles. I'd love to have you in studio.
Yeah,
next
I haven't
time.
seen you in a while, man. I'll make sure I do that, okay?
I'd look forward to that. Thanks for calling, Jerry. I appreciate it.
All right.
You
bye.
bet. That's Jerry Rice here on The Rich Eisen Show.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.